From the moment you were born, they programmed you. Be kind, be soft, be polite, never make anyone uncomfortable. They told you, be a good person, and everything will come to you. Respect will come, love will come, power will come. But let me ask you something. Where has that gotten you? You gave without being appreciated. You loved without being loved back. You bent over backwards, and people just walked all over you. Because here's the dark truth they never told you. This world does not reward goodness. It rewards power. It's not the nice guy who gets respect. It's the one with presence, with strength, with a little danger behind his eyes. If you want to be magnetic, if you want to be unforgettable, if you want to be the one they chase instead of ignore, you have to stop trying to be good and learn how to be dangerously disciplined. Chapter 1. The Myth of Goodness. Let's destroy the illusion. Being a good person sounds noble. But what does it actually mean? Most of the time, being good means not setting boundaries, always putting others before yourself, avoiding confrontation, seeking approval, playing small so others feel comfortable. That's not goodness. That's self-betrayal. You sacrifice your time, your energy, your masculinity for the chance to be accepted. But here's the kicker. People don't respect sacrifices they didn't ask for. The person who gives too much is seen as desperate. The person who's always available is taken for granted. The person who avoids conflict is seen as weak. You become invisible, not because you're bad, but because you're too good. Chapter 2. The Magnetic Darkness. To be magnetic, you must awaken your dark side, not the side that harms people, but the side that sets fire to fear. Let me introduce you to the concept of the controlled villain. The controlled villain is not evil. He's aware, sharp, unapologetically real. He doesn't hide his intentions. He doesn't beg for approval. He doesn't dilute his identity to please the room. He knows who he is, and he refuses to explain it to anyone. Because deep down, we're not attracted to what's safe. We're attracted to what's unpredictable, to what dominates the room without asking for permission, to the man who could walk away at any moment and never look back. That's magnetic. Chapter 3. 7 Traits of the Bad Man. They can't resist. Let's break it down. These are the 7 core traits of the magnetic bad man, who knows how to own the room without saying a word. 1. He's unavailable. Not in a fake way, not playing games, but genuinely. His time, his energy, his validation is rare, and that's what makes it valuable. People chase what they can't easily have, and they obsess over what doesn't need them. 2. He doesn't just listen. He leads. He doesn't nod in silence, hoping to be liked. He sets the tone, guides the energy, makes the decisions. People feel safer and more attracted when someone leads with certainty. 3. He has boundaries like steel. No second chances for disrespect. No tolerance for manipulation. He is kind, but he is not soft. He walks away from anything that insults his worth, and he doesn't explain why. 4. He's mysterious. He doesn't overshare. He leaves gaps. People are drawn to what they don't fully understand. He lets their minds do the chasing. 5. He triggers emotional highs and lows. This isn't cruelty, it's psychology. Unpredictability creates emotional spikes. Spikes create chemical addiction. A man who knows how to be exciting, then distant, then present again, becomes impossible to forget. 6. He owns his desires. He doesn't hide his attraction. He doesn't apologize for being a man. He doesn't wait for permission to express his truth. And that honesty? It's rare, and rare is magnetic. 7. He's willing to be hated. Here's the final piece. The magnetic man doesn't need to be liked, because he likes himself. He doesn't play roles, doesn't chase validation. He'd rather be alone in truth than surrounded in fake admiration. That's real power. Chapter 4. Why nice guys finish last, psychologically. Let's go deeper. Why does nice repel, while bad attracts? It's rooted in evolutionary psychology. Our brains are wired for survival. We are drawn to those who seem powerful, because power means protection. When you're always agreeable, always passive, always waiting for signs, you signal weakness. But when you take charge, set limits, express your intent directly, you trigger an ancient part of the brain that says, this man is valuable. Not because he's rude, but because he's confident enough to not care what others think. Confidence is magnetic, and confidence comes from being okay with being the villain in someone else's story. Chapter 5. Becoming magnetic. Without losing your soul. Let's make something clear. You don't have to become a sociopath. You don't need to manipulate people for the sake of control. But you do need to learn to be distant without guilt. Say no without explaining. Be feared a little, respected a lot. Be emotionally intelligent, but never emotionally dependent. The goal is not to be heartless. It's to be disciplined, to become the man who can walk through fire and smile, the one who can charm the world and still walk away untouched, the one who's dangerous, not because he harms others, but because he refuses to be harmed. Chapter 6. The final transformation. If you've made it this far, you're already different. You're already shifting from good to great, from harmless to dangerous, but controlled. Because here's the final truth. They don't remember the man who always said yes. They remember the one who made them feel something. The tension, the mystery, the depth, the edge. That's what sticks in their minds. That's what makes them regret losing you. That's what makes them watch your stories, stalk your profile, and wonder why no one else feels the same. You became magnetic, not by becoming evil, but by finally realizing, to win in this world, you must stop playing the good guy and become the powerful man they can't control. Be disciplined, be sharp, be ruthless with your boundaries, and kind only to those who earn it. Don't dim your light to keep the peace. Don't shrink to be accepted. Don't apologize for being too much, because magnetic men aren't born. They're forged in rejection, silence, detachment, and self-respect. Be that man. Subscribe for more powerful Stoicism and psychology.